Hey, it's Vanessa, and this video is a bit off script. It was not planned. It was more of an idea that just simply popped into my head earlier today, and I felt a strong call to put it out and share it with you. The title is a bit tongue-in-cheek. It's called I'm Very Popular in a Parallel Reality. But as per usual, I will find a way to link it back to energy, intuition, the paradigm shift, your purpose work, and your role in, the transformative time that is going on right now. So I just wanted to start off actually acknowledging the build of wherever you are in your process of doing your purpose work in the world, right? So we oftentimes forget, we have this end goal, this vision in mind of, where it is that we're going to be and what it is that we want to contribute and what that might look like. In my parallel reality, I'm very popular. I'm very popular. I have loads of subscribers, loads of, followers and a community that is super supportive and very big and very collaborative in nature. And I'm part of a variety of different groups. I have a very clear vision of where I'm headed and what that's going to look like. And I hold that vision as a parallel reality, as something that is already happening right now, because I'll tell you what, when I visit that parallel reality, it's a really good time. It's the truth is, as much as we can get maybe caught up a little too much in external validation, wanting to have the likes and the subscribes and, all of this sort of social media obsessed popularity contest that we've got going on, and how we try not to do the comparison-itis thing, and we try to just, keep on rolling with the build of what it is that we're here to do and who it is we're here to be, and be in that healing journey and be in that discovery process. There's always that like 12-year-old or 14-year-old version of yourself inside that's like, really? Only so many people liked my post, or, it's like, it's, what is that game when you were a little kid, maybe you played this where two people were holding their hands, and then somebody's running through the middle of you two, and then you try and lock them in, and it's like take the key and lock them up, and you swing them back and forth. It's really like not a nice children's song at all, but that's sort of what it feels like with, like, here's a social media platform on one end, there's Instagram, there's Facebook or whatever, and you're like caught in the middle just trying to get your likes and whatnot. And it's a strange little popularity game that we can sometimes play, and that is actually part of the paradigm shift. It's part of the paradigm shift to really release the need for external validation, release the need for always looking at the numbers, and instead really looking within and saying, like, how do I feel about where I'm at in this build? What do I sense would be some, more aligned strategies or more foundational structure that I need, so I can be supported and enjoy the process of building my purpose work in the world. And there's some other fun questions that we can add to the mix. Hold on, I gotta get some water. My love cup. Says love. Anyway, so it can be fun. It can be fun to play around with the idea in your mind, this vision, this parallel reality of where you're very popular. And because I think there's the joy of the human experience, right? And even from a soul level, we want to play, like, even the suffering. I know it might be kind of hard to believe or hard to relate to, but from a soul perspective, it's all play. And so there's part of us that loves that aliveness feeling, that loves the idea of, like, joyfully connecting with so many others. I know I like that idea. I'm a Sagittarius rising, so I do love that kind of buoyant, playful travel, adventure, community type of connection with people. That's very real for me, and so it's fun to think about whether in a small group or a big kind of stage sort of way to have that level of popularity. It is kind of fun to think about, but the truth is, like, we really just be popular with yourself. We really need to, I believe, it's my perspective, to root into um the love for ourselves. I mean, because listen, I don't know about you, I'm just going to assume, well, we've kind of been through a lot. Like the human experience has a lot of twists and turns, a lot of ups and downs. It's just a real process of really refining ourselves and our own identity, and getting to know who we are, and using our relationships to ah further feel life. you know I mean, at least that's how I live. I don't I'm sure not everybody lives like in the way that I like to, but for me, I love being alive, actually. As challenging as the journey has been in many different ways, especially as someone who is super, super energetically sensitive, but now I'm better equipped to work with it. And so even that has become incredibly liberating for me, and has helped me have even more regard for myself, for being able to work with that energy sensitivity, and also being able to teach others. It has me in a space of having more regard for people and for the human experience overall. So this is just maybe a simple reminder to respect where you are in your own build, and to be popular with yourself. And yeah, be popular in your parallel reality too. I mean, have fun, be in the vision, let it be part of your glow up. It's all good. But like, to let go, like, use this video as a friendly reminder to let go of the need for the external validation, because humans are super fickle. We're very judgy creatures, and someone's always going to find a reason to love you and to really not love you. And so when you are basing, and they're strangers too, right? Like, we're strangers on the internet. We're so friendly and chatty online sometimes, but I mean, the truth is, like, are they going to sit with you in your lowest moments, or like in an ongoing kind of way? That really is like one of the key components of this paradigm shift that we're in, is that we're moving out of the information age and into the relationship age. And real relationships have ups and downs. They have challenges. They have they require us to refine our communication, and to develop self-respect, and to really communicate, connect, create from a place of regard for each other and for life. Like, relationships, we're in relationship with everything. And if we pay attention to life in that way, we have a totally different experience. Like, we don't even think about, am I popular with this person? It's just like, no, I just love them. It's a completely different model to interact with reality from. So this is just like I said, an off the script kind of video that I felt compelled to make with you today. Make for you. And I'm learning a bit about astrology right now. It's a really cool way to understand energy, a different way than what I typically use. And Chiron is sometimes known as the wounded healer. And Chiron is in Aries right now, as of when I'm making this video. And so Aries is all about identity. It's about the self. It's about like how you show up in the world. And so this is a really rich opportunity and time for you to really take a look at how you're showing up, where you get your validation from, the regard that you hold for yourself, how you're recalibrating your own identity. Like I know I have in about a year and a half some transitions that will be going on that are going to require the next version of me. And so I'm kind of working backwards to look at what I need to be putting in place now in order to best be prepared for that transition. And so use this time, use the energy, get your consciousness and your perspective aligned with the truth of who you are, not the external truth, not what anybody else says, not what the mainstream narrative says, not whoever liked your post, but just like really your truth. And when you stand in that level of agency and authority and sovereignty over your own life, you'll enjoy the process more. You'll find more peace internally, and then you'll just have fun if you're popular, but you won't care if you're not, you know? And I think that level of non-attachment is quite healthy. So with that, I'm going to end on just one last thing I want to share with you. Earlier today, I found this. It's a paper brochure, and it is, I created it in 2005. So before any of the socials were out. Like my first business was called Integrative Wellness Works. And my tagline was "Let Your Life Bloom." And this, can you see that? It's me, this is me in 2005. I took that picture, still near a tree. Some things stay the same, right? I look relatively the same. Relatively, I would say, but check it out. It's, it's like before we had all the websites, and I mean, I had a website, but all the social media stuff. But check this. What seeds are you planting? Kind of talking about the same things, right? So the thing is, we've been working towards we've been on the path the whole time. So I'm talking to me as well as I'm talking to you, because I certainly have my moments where I'm like, oh my God, how much further up the mountain do I have to go? Like, I feel like I'm just starting, but I'm like, dude, I've been doing this for so long. But I love it too. And I would do it like regardless. Sometimes it just feels like a bit of a long haul. But what seeds are you planting? Still have the nature imagery from all those years ago. So just sending a little shout out to myself from all that time. And this message is probably as much for me then as it is for you now, as it is for me now. So enjoy your popularity in your parallel reality. Enjoy, whether you have it or not, enjoy your popularity with yourself right now, with yourself. And I'm going to end there. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk with you again soon. Take care.